it's just an honor to be joined by a guy who's not only a Hall of Famer on the field, but also off the field. Of course, he's the former Walter Payton Man of the Year in the NFL, and he has a gold jacket, and he's a Super Bowl champion, and he's here on behalf of Little Caesars.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Doug. It's part of our Little Caesar being the official pizza sponsor of the NFL is having a promotion here for the Super Bowl called the Pick Six Slices and Sticks Challenge. And I like this because, this is centered around defensive performance.
Right. The Pick Six, obviously.
Exactly. Sure. So the challenge is for everyone to download the Little Caesars apps, go on, accept the challenge. And once you accept the challenge, now you got to spend a little bit of coin. All right, you got to order it. All right, it's not that expensive. So once you order it, then you enter into the contest, and then you sit back. No matter what team you're rooting for, you root for a defensive player to have a pick six in the Super Bowl, and then you get a chance to win.
It's interesting. When you won your Super Bowl, that was one of the last of the blowout games, right? Because when we were kids. Super Bowls were blowouts. Yeah. A lot of them were bad games. Mm-hmm. I was in the stands that day in San Diego. When did you know? Because obviously, you had Gruden. Gruden knew the offense, right? They had lost their starting center, but it felt really early on like you knew. But when did you know? We got it.
It looked that way from the outside, and. Yes, always make the point, Doug, when this is brought up to say, Coach Gruden, it wasn't necessarily about him knowing their offense. Coach Gruden knew the personalities of that team and their offensive players. Starting with Rich Gannon, Charlie Garner, Jerry Rice, all the way down to Porter, the receivers, Tim Brown, etc. He knew how they would react to certain situations that we presented, and that was our advantage, and we practiced that. Hey, let's simulate these environments so you guys will see these reactions, and we'll respond on game day, and that's pretty much what happened. Now, early on, our defense was dominating, no doubt about it, and our offense was scoring because he knew the personalities of their defense. But going into halftime, we did not know at any point that this was done. None of us had never been there. They had the experience, we didn't. So it was all about, hey, we're coming out 0-0. And true enough, we said that at halftime, the Raiders are going to respond. Let's be ready to handle the wave when they do it. And they came out third quarter, got back into the game, scored, block punt, big touchdown by Porter, hell of a catch at the end of the end zone. They coming. I felt that the game was over when I scored. When I had my pick six going in the end zone, that's what I say, hey, it's done. We're champs.
What's that feeling like? To be one of the greatest feelings in sports, if you haven't played football, is when, as a little kid, whatever, you go around the edge, and there's just you and grass and the end zone, right? And you can just hear your own breath. Right? You can only hear your own breath. But I don't think any of us have done it in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What's that feeling like?
I was just telling myself, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. That's what I got it. As soon as I saw the play happening, I broke. I said, my mind was like, I got him. That's me. I got Rich Gannon. I got him. So when I caught it, it was, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. So I got in the end zone, man, and then my teammates, started jumping on me. I started using some other words to tell them to get off me because I couldn't breathe. But I got up, man. Great feeling. Once I got up, holding that ball up, looked at that scoreboard, I knew then that we were going to be champs.
You've accomplished a lot of amazing things off the field as well. And obviously your yearly trips to Africa are well documented, and all of the good works that you've done throughout the country, especially in your hometown. How'd you find time to balance that? Because you were still doing that while you were playing, and you were a great player. How'd you find the ability to balance that?
Because it was a priority, Doug. When Coach Dungy took over this football team back then in 1996, it was all about, hey, we're going to go serve the community. That's what this is going to be about. We're going to win our fair share of games, but we're going to be a team that the community can be proud of us. So they're proud of us no matter what that scoreboard says. And we do enough of those, we'll never lose a game because we winning in the game of life. Coach Dungy instilled that into us because we were young, impressionable, talented, but he directed that in that way, and that's the approach that I've always taken. So because it's been a priority, I've always had that support structure, starting with Coach Dungy, even when Coach Gruden became head coach as a leader. Matter of fact, Coach Gruden, he would get on me more if he saw or felt I wasn't doing what I needed to do in that part, because he felt that was such a big part of my leadership of the team. Man, he was on me harder than what Coach Dungy was, just in terms of serving the community. So it was a priority, still is, a priority now with my partnership with Mr. DeBarlow and the high school that we own. So Derrick Brooks Charities, man, we're still influencing kids and youth through the realm of education.
You guys never got back, right?
Yeah.
That's the crazy part about the Chiefs is that they keep being able to come back here. Lots of teams have made it, and you guys were dominant, and you won one, and you still had a good bit of the core.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And there's Hall of Famers littered throughout it.
Yeah.
Why is it so difficult to come back?
Well, I think for us, what the lesson I learned is we never went back to the bottom of the mountain, and we should have. We thought we would stand at the top end defending versus we're at the bottom of the mountain and we climbing. It never clicked with me personally or even our team, and probably halfway into the season. And now once it clicked, we go on a 5-game winning streak and have to depend on other teams, yada, 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 and miss the playoffs. That's why I think it's so hard. So when teams win, I think now the mentality is so we understand that. And a lot, Doug, does not go into enough credit to these two teams that they're just 2 years ago, they're back here again. So the climb to get back here, a lot of people not giving these two. I mean, they're talking about the game itself. But to your point, man, to go through the grind again and stay in it, and I think both teams, even though they've gone through some changes, Kansas City has been able to keep 15, 87, 95. They're still there. San Francisco's been able to evolve since that team that they had.
Sure.
The system, more playmakers, dynamic play calling, defense. I think 49ers defense is a lot better now than they were in the first matchup. So I think just give credit to those guys for being able to go through that evolution and not reinventing themselves, but making that climb again.
Okay, so the pick six for slices and sticks, okay? Mm-hmm. So it's a promotion. So, okay, tell me how this works. Like, I order a specific pizza, and if there's a pick six, I get what?
Yes. Well, you get a chance to win, man. What you think? What you get? Look at our day. See all the stuff you get, man.
You get you got to create an account online, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the partnering with you.
Yes.
Okay. So what do I win? Do I win something? Let me see here. No, I can't. We'll edit it.
See, that's what goes on with live. This is the beautiful part about radio. You get a chance.
We can edit it.
You get edited.
We can edit it. I don't know I honestly don't know what you get. It just says for the promotion. Aren't you supposed to know what happens?
No, Listen.
What happens if there's a pick six?
Here's the thing. I want to happen is I want a defensive player to win the MVP.
Ooh.
And win the MVP.
Nick Bosa probably would have won it a couple years ago, and then obviously the fourth quarter happened.
But now I gotta put my marketing hat on, right?
Okay.
I want them to win it by a pick six.
Oh, okay.
So now I check all those boxes, and our little Caesar's happy. I'm happy a defensive player will win it, and obviously, I ain't gonna say obviously, but I am picking the 49ers to win. So if one of those linebackers, either Fred or Dre win it, then I'll be super more excited because the linebacker did it.
Dre Greenlaw gets it. Nobody's catching him. Same thing with Fred. Same thing with Fred Warner.
I'm trying to last week when he had the picks. I'm like, Dre, it's situational football. Get down.
Yes.
Get down. What are you trying to get down? What are you trying to do? Get down.
He was trying to win. Man. He was trying to win the MVP. He was trying to get the pick six challenge from Little Caesars. I appreciate your time as always.
Oh, and can I give you some flowers too, man? I love listening to you, man. You're all over it, college basketball. I want you. Here's my dark horse.
Okay.
USF.
South Florida?
Yes.
I mean, Amir is a great dude. You want to talk about a guy who fits in line with how you live your life and doing the right things off the court as well? Amir's a dude.
Man, he is. He's got us excited down there in Tampa. Another comeback win last night against Charlotte. Hey,
I saw there are people in the building too.
Yeah, we go exactly. We're the third. Exactly. We're there. We're robbing. So USF, man, just keep your eye out for us.
All right, that's a good tip. Derrick, you're the best, man. I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for Little Caesars for letting us have Derrick Brooks for a minute.